Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Last time, we offered the bell that Inosuke's mom gave us, and it brought us 3 years into the past to the Hirata estate, as bandits razed and pillaged it. We're gonna take this side path right away, get an Ungo's sugar, and then work our way back up onto this thatched roof. And I know there's one extra archer. Don't know where he went though. Either way, we're going to start off with this guy. He is more of a melee-oriented enemy. Then we can just quickly take care of the bow guy while the patrolling torchbearer... Oh yeah, it's always nice to parry the torch hit. I find that one a little bit harder than most standard enemy attacks. Cool, and that's 4 enemies just like that. Boom, 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 boom. Everything is so decisive and razor thin. That's gonna be like the key word of the LP. Is just decisive, snappy combat. That's something that Miyazaki loves to do. He loves to convey how dangerous these weapons are, how dangerous combat is. Like the whole idea behind the rallying system in Bloodborne was to make things feel like a life or death tug of war, this back and forth struggle. They very much do the same thing here. You know, everything in Sekiro hinges on this razor's edge. Loves both that thematic and mechanical motif. And you can kind of look at resurrecting as that evolution of Bloodborne's rally. You know, instead of getting hit and swinging wildly, engaging in this life and death struggle to get your health back, it's slightly more methodical, but it's also a little bit more dangerous. It's a lot more risk and a lot more reward. Now we have this other cordoned off part of the village. Each one's kind of going to be its own stealth arena / combat arena. We'll get 1 or 2 stealth kills off, maybe not even. Didn't expect that one over on the far left to spot me that quickly. This might still work. Oh no, we got screwed there. So this is going to be maybe a little bit harder than it normally would, just because we didn't get that extra kill off. How many do we have coming at a time? Big slow axe boy, a couple of dogs. The shuriken will one-shot the dogs, luckily. Also, fun fact, the shuriken will do more damage to enemies in the air and immediately cause them to tumble to the ground. So if you have an enemy or a boss that jumps at you a lot, this shuriken is your best friend in the whole wide world. Okay, we have them separated now, which is good. I would say Sekiro, more so than any other Miyazaki game, is about crowd control. And that's because they give you these extra tools to do so, to thin crowds out, before you even engage in headlong combat. Yeah, it's the word I wanted. Then we have a couple of spirit emblems in here. We're capped out at 15 for the time being. We can increase that maximum later on. I heard you drunkenly stumbling around that corner. So now we're pretty okay. There may have even been another enemy or two, like you, who didn't join in the main fight, that we can just take care of really quickly. And then there's also you. This is great. And there's an item in the fire. We'll pick that up in a second, but it's going to be something that would have been really useful against the chained ogre. It's that item that I was referencing. Oh, no, there is still one more dog. Come on. An iron barrel that spews fire. Can be fitted to the Shinobi prosthetic to become a tool. It's difficult to control the rage-filled red eyes with the power of man alone. However, a fire-based weapon could be a means of resisting them. They're said to fear fire above all else. So we got the eavesdropping hint from the two bandits back in the Ashina outskirts right before the Chained Ogre fight, who were mentioning that they could control him with fire, and then that on the flame barrel, which will become the flame vent prosthetic tool. Also hints at that.
Worthless bastards. Hello. You are Shinobi, if I'm not mistaken. Take the Shinobi axe from the temple and split their skulls wide open. Please.
And it doesn't even appear that that's going to be the last one we get in the very near future. So the fire tools are very good for those red-eyed enemies. Would have made the Chained Ogre fight substantially easier, but also we wouldn't have gotten to see the power bomb and the drop kick and the elbow drop and all the cool wrestling bullshit he does. And maybe we would have also avoided some of the horse shit of those vacuuming command grabs. Oh, okay. Still got pecked. Just gonna shove my sword right into the eye of the cock. That'll be fantastic. Right into the eye hole. And then I think it's on the opposite side here that we will find a few more bandits having a conversation we can eavesdrop on.
We burning this temple next, boss?
No, leave it. Go on to the next one.
But if there's any offerings, we could give them to Lord Juzo.
Enough! We don't take from Buddha. How many times do I have to tell you before it sinks into your thick skull?
Please, don't get angry at me, boss. I'm sorry my skull's so thick.
So they have a little bit of dignity and honor, or at least they know better than to invoke the karmic wrath of looting a sacred temple. They also name-dropped Lord Juzo. It's the second time we've heard a reference to him. One of Ishin's boys. Heavy black iron axe. This boorish axe is used less for cutting and more for breaking things with its weight, once the favored weapon of a shinobi known as the Bounding Monkey of the Sunken Valley. It was lost along with his left arm. Lots of folks losing left arms, huh? It's not just us. Then again, if you really want to cripple a samurai or a shinobi, with most people being right-handed, that's the way to go. The left-handed shinobis rule the world, though. The left-handed samurai shall inherit the earth. Or the ambidextrous ones. So we now have 2 different prosthetic tools to go and fit. And a shortcut back to that first sculptor's idol. That'll come in handy as soon as we do one more thing. I'm looking for one more clearing. I can't quite remember which one it is. Oh yeah, and we never went up on this roof, and there is, I think this is a coin purse. Hey, that's great. We're still holding on to a bunch of those. Don't want to quite go that far up. Here it is, with the blue flowers. Aniyama again.
Hey, good sir. Are you a looter too? Good sir, you look like a shinobi, I think. Are you looking for something? Well, in any case, I found this place first. So, keep your eyes peeled out there, huh? And, don't let the door hit you on the... Oh, by the way, while I was on my way here, I saw a 3-story pagoda on top of some cliff. It was a fine pagoda. Really fine. I bet there's some kind of treasure kept in there. Gotta be. That's what I think, at least. Hey, good sir. What? It was... That's...
Oh, he sounds a lot like Patches, doesn't he? check out that pagoda on the cliff. Probably got some good shit, huh? And also just like the fact that he's looting this place but staking his claim to it. Like, you should respect his territory because he was there first. Before we move on, we did get that hint from the dying soldier about the axe, so we're gonna go and fit that one immediately. And we have that shortcut opened up anyway. In the meantime, Emma, anything?
This power, it's said to be a
okay, now we've all heard that before. So back to the sculptor and his wrathful Buddhas.
So, you're back. Was that a dream? Or was it real?
Whether it was a dream or it was reality, I have no idea. There is one thing I can tell you. The great Buddha has seen fit to awaken old memories within you. What you felt, what you remembered, that is what it all depends upon.
I'm not sure if what I saw is what truly happened.
That's how it works. No matter what I do,
Okay, still with the wrathful Buddha carvings, karmic retribution and whatnot. So the loaded axe and the flame vent.
The Shinobi prosthetic. Appears you've taken to it quite well. Here, this is for you.
And we get another esoteric text written by a man who abandoned the path of the shinobi but could not bring himself to discard his painstaking research. Never expected to pass these on to anyone else. Sure sounds like it's referring to the sculptor.
What is it?
It contains ways to bite into your foes with that fang of yours. In other words, fighting techniques for your prosthetic arm.
I see.
I had thought that prosthetic techniques wouldn't ever be needed again, but it seems I was wrong. I'll lend you shelter anytime.
There are some fantastic techniques tucked away in the prosthetic arm esoteric text. Let's see if we can pick one or two of them up right away. Yeah, we do have enough for one, and they both cost one. So there's Chasing Slice, which is a stinger that you can use after you throw a shuriken, and then there's the grappling hook attack. Remember how we could grapple onto the chained ogre, for instance, after he whiffed a grab? Well, this gives you a follow-up attack while you're grappling to him. It makes that a lot more useful. I mean, to be honest, both of them, for just one skill point, are pretty tantalizing. Now we can just run along, get up on the roof, and take our shortcut without aggroing any of the other dudes. Then there was the matter of these two banging on the door to this section of the village.
Hey, open up! Open up or else! I can hear you whispering in there! If you don't surrender peaceably now, you're gonna regret it later! Hey, can you hear me? Hey!
They're trying to bust in, just the two of them. Oh, I shouldn't have thought that would work. I should have got up on the top part of the roof first. Oh well. Alright, axe friend. The axe guys are tricky because they attack so slowly. So you always, if you're going for the parry, until you're really used to them, you'll end up blocking really early or trying to parry really early. And they do a lot of posture damage.
I'm not a thief.
You're the young lords. Oh, thank goodness. Honorable Shinobi, those filthy bandits are after the young lord. They've already climbed the hill and set the estate on fire. It looked as if the young lord had no way to escape.
I beg of you, Shinobi. Please rescue the young lord.
I entrust this to you.
Cool, we got some antidote powder.
Pray it is of help.
Tells us that poison is going to be a threat coming up. Till now, we haven't had to deal with status abnormalities.
Please, try not to move. It'll make your wounds worse.
I must go.
There is a Shinobi Hunter among the bandits. He's highly skilled. If I don't face him... Oh!
I forbid it. You are in no condition.
There's a wounded shinobi in that house who's trying to take on a Shinobi Hunter who's apparently just up ahead.
You're the young master's shinobi.
Yes.
What good are you? You were nowhere to be seen when things went south. Wait, tell me you didn't lead them here yourself. The timing of their attack was perfect. Normally those bandits wouldn't have stood a chance. Yes. Yes, it had to be you. I hope you die, traitor.
And we have the conspiracy theorist who wishes death upon us. Cool. But we do learn something pretty important, which is that the wolf was away from the village at the time of the attack. Ah, great. God, I love that it just annihilates that shield. Trying to bait that attack out because the windup is quite long on the loaded axe. Great, and that's the main reason that we would want the axe right away. And there are more enemies like that coming up. Now, as for this, the Shinobi Hunter is the dude patrolling around. There are a couple of routes you can take here. I think this is going to be the least dangerous method of approach. We're going to stealth in the brush there, because that guy comes with about 4 adds. Multiple torch guys, an archer, this axe man, and usually the first guy you can stealth kill, and then everyone else will aggro after that. You can death blow 1 health bar off of the hunter from stealth, right from the get-go, but it isn't worth it. And my rationale for doing this is the bow guy is really easy to run down, so we don't need to stealth kill him. The troll back there is far away, so it's easy to just rush him down now. But the axe guy is the biggest threat out of the adds. And he comes with a friend right nearby, so I could stealth kill the axe guy and then quickly rush down his friend while the mini-boss ran up. And I even got lucky enough that the mini-boss lost aggro on me while I was dealing with everyone else, so I still get that free stealth kill on him. Now it's just 1 health bar. We can 1v1 him no problem anyway. Especially, oh, we mistimed that. Let me just get a better feel for it. Oh, yeah, he'll deal extra damage to you, or enemies in general will, while you're in the air as well. Okay. Let's get that right this time. Oh, it's so good. You just stomp his weapon down. It does a lot of posture damage. That is the mikiri counter. God, it's so fucking good. Plus, it looks like he's wearing the painted Guardian gear from Dark Souls. He is our crash course in the mikiri counter. It's a special type of parry specifically for those perilous thrust-based attacks, which is what he uses pretty much exclusively, and a couple of regular attacks mixed in. So you stand your ground against it, you hit B, not deflect. You hit B as you're in neutral. Or circle, I should say, on the DS4. And the thrust comes in and you stomp it down, and it's super cool. Now, instead of following the path, we're going to dive into the water here. For a few reasons. One, I'm fairly sure that there's a treasure carp around here. Somewhere in the vicinity. If I get it, fine. If I miss it, I can always come back for it at some point in the future. It's not a big deal. But this... Ah, there it is. Great, we got the treasure. The real reason that I'm coming this way is there's a cool little hidden area. And you get a small hint. These thin strips of bamboo, they'll block your path to the big obvious glowing item. It tells you that the bamboo can be cut down. That's the way they convey that information to you. So that you see the bamboo right next to the item and go, oh, well, I just cut bamboo down to get to this, so I wonder if I can do this to open up a path. And then we also get introduced to consecutive wall jumps for this entirely different pathway. And a beautiful vista of the burning Hirata estate. and, if you look carefully, Big Purple Ninja, who we will fight next time. Thank you all for watching. Take it easy. Have a good one.